wonder where it went. Why must time move on? Why must we grow apart?
To the show, y'all. We are here today to talk about the movie The Day There Stood Still from 2008, the remake of the movie we watched last week. How you doing, Travis?
I'm hanging in there.
Good. Yeah, it's been an up and down couple of days, and hanging in there we are. Unfortunately, we did lose a person that we have not talked about on the show much, but one day we will. Michael Madsen passed, which is fucking sucks.
That one hit me hard because I wasn't right. I didn't, I hadn't heard much from him. He kind of just went quiet for a long time, and this is the first I hear from him in a long time. So.
Yeah. Obviously, lots of Quentin Tarantino movies. Just tons of those. But beyond that, also like for millennials, he was in fucking Free Willy. There's one that some people always forget that he was in. It was like one of the major parts of Free Willy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Well, that's an unfortunate passing.
Yeah, that one that one struck us. So
yeah. Signs of the Apocalypse continues, like always. Just look outside, whether it's the list that didn't exist in spite of people having copies of the list and saying they had seen the list. And
also being a person sitting in, I think, jail or prison right now because of this list. What's her name? Ghislaine Maxwell? What?
It doesn't exist, though.
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to square that circle. But
they'll figure out a way. I get at that. Yeah. This movie is maybe its own specific sign of the apocalypse because, as we will see when we get into this remake, it is maybe the worst movie of Keanu Reeves' career. Maybe. He's been in some other bad ones, but this is up there. And this is brought to us by the director Scott Derrickson, who has honestly done lots of good movies. This is probably his worst movie. So he did Hellraiser Inferno, Exorcism of Emily Rose, Sinister, The Black Phone, that Ethan Hawke horror movie that was really good.
Right.
VHS 85, and then outside of the world of horror movies, he directed the first Doctor Strange, which I really liked.
Yeah.
And he also directed the most recent Apple movie, The Gorge, which has people from Mad Max in it, Furiosa, that we watched. Which I watched The Gorge. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's about these like two different like cultures that are separated by this big giant hole in the ground, and one side doesn't talk to the other side, but they both have this like unwritten truce to protect whatever like is to stop whatever is in this big crevice between these two islands from coming up, and it's like this big evil monster creature. Anyway, it's a guy and a girl, and they end up falling in love and over the gorge, and then it kind of becomes like an action movie at some points. It was okay. I didn't hate it. So of all of the movies that he has made, I will say this is his worst movie. Yeah. His worst movie. He's also the writer for a lot of his stuff. Most of the movies he directed, he also wrote, with the exception of this one. This is one of the movies that he did not have anything to do with the writing of, but is directing.
Yeah. When a director does kind of, they're kind of using their own material a lot, when they go off and do something outside of that, it usually kind of falters. You can kind of
You mean the cop-out syndrome?
I was exactly speaking of cop-out, yes.
Yeah. I think that'll forever be known as like the cop-out effect. The Kevin Smith, him literally making a cop-out, and hey, I get it. Bill's got to be paid. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Shit, that movie might have paid for his second mortage on his house for all
I was about
I don't know, but like, hey, not his finest work, but
I've never seen it all the way through.
Oh god, dude, I hate that movie. It is awful. I'm always reminded of like Billy Bob Thornton whenever he was talking. I watched an interview with him. I forget who the interviewer was, but they were asking him, like, one of the questions was like, why do you do such bad movies sometimes? And he was like, well, sometimes you got to pay rent, and it's just basically like it is what it is. Sometimes it's a job. That's how I look at it. And I was like, I appreciate that, Billy.
Well, yeah,
I appreciate that.
That's because like when there's actors that I'm big fans of, and you'll see them in commercials, and that's fine. I get
Steve
it.
Buscemi. Steve Buscemi, like we talked about with Armageddon, did that movie to buy his mom a house.
Yeah,
Just
totally
like,
get
yeah,
it.
I'm doing that. I'm going to do that, and then that'll be done, and I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If I have choices that I can make that would finance that kind of lifestyle, I mean, I'm gonna make those choices.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right,
It'll be
right,
fine.
Right. I always feel like it's people like, oh, well, you have to, you're going to be humiliated for millions of dollars. Dude, I'm a teacher. Yes, I get humiliated for free
I was about to say
daily. I get to stand up in front of people and have my own one-man show that I have to write, produce, direct, and do the fucking ushering for.
Oh God, yeah.
And I have to prepare 5 of them, different ones a week.
Oh
Like,
God.
Yeah, I'd be fine being an actor and doing something humiliating. Let Michael Bay yell at me and tell me I'm a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
Every day when I go home, I'll be like, I got paid $4,000 for that. Well, shit.
Yeah.
I will do that gladly.
Yeah, I get called a
Give
piece
it
of
to
shit. I get my job now, and I don't get paid near that much.
Exactly, right? Like, I think people who've not worked with customers or any kind of public people will not realize, like, how often you get, like, completely fucking treated awful.
Oh God,
And then
it's yeah. I mean, but I get to pretend I'm someone else for a little bit. That's fun.
that's
play a little pretend. That's
Yeah.
fun.
So the writer here is David Scorpa, who would get his big break with the movie The Last Castle, which is one that he wrote back in the 90s. That was kind of a little hidden gem there. He would also write All the Money in the World, which is a movie we talked about when we did the ranking of Marky Mark's movies. That was the one that neither one of us had seen.
Oh yeah.
So there's that. This guy kind of got in bed with Ridley Scott because he did Napoleon and Gladiator 2 and with Ridley back to back, and he's writing the upcoming the Cleopatra movie that they're making that's getting directed by the dude from Dune. He's directing the Cleopatra biopic, and the guy writing that Cleopatra biopic is this guy, David Scorpa.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't realize they were
little
doing man, we're just really circling the drain, aren't we, nowadays?
yeah. I gotta do something. We gotta find something here.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the cast here. It's actually quite a large cast.
Oh yeah.
Our main star is
we'll
Keanu.
know. Yeah, I was gonna say we'll know much more than we did on the original. So
yeah, right. Yeah. So Keanu Reeves obviously has been in tons of things. The Matrix movies, all 4 of them now. There's 4 of them.
Oh, that's right.
John Wick. I don't know how many John Wick movies there
At
are now.
least
6,
4.
7, 8. There's a spinoff they're making, like John Wick for kids. Like they'll keep making them. It's become like its own little thing. And I like the John Wick movies. I thought the first 3 were okay. The first 2 were really good. The third one was kind of okay.
I've mainly only seen the first 2. I really haven't seen the third one. Is the third one the one that has what's his name? Shoot, of course I forget his name. Mark something or other, the bald
possibly.
Dude. I can't remember it.
Surprisingly, that description does not help me. You'll be amazed with that description. The bald dude named Mark. No, I don't.
I was about to say a different thing that was going to probably, I don't know, maybe throw you. I was going to be like that one guy from that one French werewolf type movie, but it's does that help you?
No, it does not. Anyway,
it's like Mark Damascus or something like that. I don't know.
He might be in that. I don't know.
He was on the Iron Chef. He would represent the Iron Chef. I don't know.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
He might be in there. Yeah.
But
he's
anyway,
in one of them. I know that.
Yeah.
Keanu also in the Bill and Ted movies. All with three of those now they did. And then beyond that,
one of the best movies he was in was he was in it with Phoebe Cates and Drew Barrymore, and it was of course Babes in Toyland.
I was gonna say, his career goes along for a while. He's been in a ton of movies beyond Babes in Toyland. Other classics. Johnny Mnemonic is a good one there.
Oh, I love Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah, it's a good one. Point Break is one of my favorite movies of all
I
time.
love Point Break. I haven't seen the remake of that, by the way.
It's not worth watching.
I imagine.
If you want to get real artsy fartsy, he was in My Own Private Idaho, which was a Gus Van
Yes.
Sant movie, which is amazing.
Yes.
A Scanner Darkly, which is a Richard Linklater movie, which is also really great.
Such a great movie.
And then, like, one of his like big budget movies that I think he's really good in is The Replacements and Hardball. I think both of those sports movies he's quite good in.
Absolutely. I love those movies.
Yeah. Now he's good in when he wants to be good in things, but he obviously is before John Wick and even after John Wick. I think a lot of people don't want to talk shit about Keanu Reeves because he seems like such a fucking nice guy. And everything that everyone I've read about him will confirm that he is like the nicest, honest, just genuinely cool dude.
Which, I mean, I love to hear that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean,
he's also kind of shitty in some movies sometimes.
like that happens.
I think people don't want to cross that line, but I remember growing up as a kid and watching Keanu in things that were coming out, and one of my biggest things I disliked about a lot of those movies was him.
Fair.
I don't think he's very good in the Matrix 2 or 3. I think he's pretty bad in those movies. I think he's really bad.
Yeah, he definitely was like a weak link in those movies.
I don't think he's very good in that. Was it that vampire Dracula movie he was in?
The Dracula movie.
Yeah, he's really bad in that.
California English.
Yeah, California English, bro. Yeah, like in a way, he's kind of like a nicer. In a way, he's kind of like a nicer Mark Wahlberg. Where like if you get him with a good director, he can be amazing.
Oh yeah.
But if you put him with a director who's gonna like try to make him do too much, then it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
What makes him work the best with John Wick is he doesn't act much.
No,
I hate to say it.
He doesn't have to. He's just a badass. He's
does
a silent killer.
And he's really good at that action shit that he does. Like the shooting stuff and he's good.
Yeah, he's great at it.
So
he takes that shit very seriously. Like he trains a lot for all of his things. He gets very into it.
That is awesome. Like he really found his niche, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, I also like him, more, like comedic way where, like, say, what was it, Toy Story 4?
Yeah.
Was it 3 or 4? Where he was the stunt toy or whatever.
Yeah, I know Trina. Yeah, I can't remember though.
I liked that.
He was also,
I
think, Batman or Superman in one of those animated movies.
He's been in that, like. That's right. Yes. Yeah, so like
he did one of those ones.
He can be funny. I mean,
yeah, he's funny.
He's good.
I love in Hardball, like when he gets drunk at the beginning of Hardball, and he's like, "Only I could kick my own ass." That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
he's kind of a. I love me some Keanu. I will say, he is not good in this at all. This is he made some choices.
Well,
and those choices were made. He pulled it off. He pulled that shit off. He was the only choice for this. There was never anyone else that they had in mind. It was always Keanu. So apparently the story goes, the producer that produced Speed also was going to produce this before he got fired. But he started the production of this and then got fired. So they went through with it, even though with a different production staff. But the story goes, he was talking with Keanu Reeves after Speed had blown up. So Keanu was sitting in his office. Behind Keanu on his office wall, he has a bunch of movie posters. One of them is The Day the Earth Stood Still. And he apparently, in 1993, it like snapped into his mind where he was like, this motherfucker should play an alien. There you go. No, he was the only choice they ever had. It was always Keanu. Always, always, always. Other people in this movie are some Oscar winners. We got Jennifer Connelly. Last episode, I said it was Jennifer Gardner. That's a different person. Yeah. Jennifer Connelly, who won the Oscar for A Beautiful Mind, but is also in tons of other things. Blood Diamond, Dark Water, Dark City, which is a great movie. Speaking of Matrix movies, that movie is kind of like The Matrix before The Matrix came out. Requiem for a Dream, she was wonderful in. Rocketeer, Higher Learning, Labyrinth, Phenomena, some old Argento stuff.
Career
Opportunities. She was a kid. Career Opportunities. I was building to that one where she literally, I think, defined like early love interest for a lot of men.
I was about to say,
with Career Opportunities.
That's why I was so quick to bring it up.
Yeah, where she walks around a Target with a very tight white tank top on and slowly rides a little ride in one of the most sexualized, unsexual things you will ever see.
Yep.
There's no way to watch that movie and not leave it going like, God, I'm in love with Jennifer Connelly
Yeah.
now. Like, there's nothing you can do. And
Now-
that came out like right after Labyrinth and right after
I was
like
gonna say,
Phenomena. So like
Labyrinth
she was
is probably
she
one
was
of my
kinda, like,
favorite
right
movies
there.
of all time. But
Oh yeah. Labyrinth is
I-
fantastic.
oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, I will say Jennifer Connelly is really good in this.
She's,
Like, she's
really
probably the
good.
best
She's
part
a
of this.
really good actress. Like every time I see her in something, I'm just like, "Yep, it's good." It's like I'm gonna have a good time. She's gonna commit. I even liked when she was she was in the Hulk movie.
Yeah, she was in the Hulk movie. Yeah,
I liked her.
The
in
the
that.
first
I
one.
thought she did good.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Before they remade it with Liv Tyler, and then just gave up on the Hulk as a standalone character,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks because like the Hulk is a
does.
great character to make a movie out of.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
you
know
know
how
what
they fucked that up.
Well, I'll tell you how they fucked it up. They didn't have a scene where he was hitchhiking with some really sad piano music. I don't know who that reference is for, but you're welcome.
Oh Lord. So yeah, Jennifer Connelly. Joining her is another Oscar winner, Kathy Bates, who she plays like the representative for the president, the government here. She has been in tons of things. Misery, where she fucking hobbles a man, which is painful to watch. Yeah.
Painful.
Obviously, Titanic. She's in a bunch of, I guess some Gen Z listeners would probably recognize her more from American Horror Story. She's been in a bunch of those, as well as Waterboy, Fried Green Tomatoes, Dick Tracy, About Schmidt. Fun fact, she was actually born here in Memphis, so that's fun.
Hey. Yeah, I watched or listened to a whole interview with her, and she was like into the like when she got her start in acting, she was like in those like this hippie groups of like black box theaters performers in the 60s, and that's awesome. So she was like a total like raw like hippie actress. It's so cool.
That's cool. I like that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Joining them here is a person who I don't think is ever going to win an Oscar, but maybe he will. Knock on wood for him. Jaden Smith, who is a man that we will see again in a few other movies, notably After Earth with his dad. This is one of the movies he did without his dad. And he is oftentimes cited as the worst part of this movie. And, well, I tend to agree, maybe. He's maybe not stand alone in that. It's not his fault.
No.
Like, I don't even think his performance is that bad in this movie. I just think the way his character is written is fucking terrible. He has one note, and he will remind you of that note every single time, and that's all he does. That's the only thing he does is remind you of the one thing that he has in the movie.
Does he keep asking
Constantly.
if you like hot dogs?
He does not, sadly. That would be an
not that
improvement.
one, not that kind of one note. Not the, oh god, bringing it back to M. Night and Jaden and oh god, we're really just setting ourselves up for After Earth, and I hate it.
Not quite yet. Not yet.
Oh god,
Not yet.
well no, not yet, but can we put as much space between them as possible?
Next up is Professor Barnhart, who last time was played by an actor who had been blacklisted from Hollywood. This time, he's played by an actor who was not blacklisted, but is playing against type here, where John Cleese from Monty Python, and also an Oscar nominee for A Fish Called Wanda, is playing the professor here. And he's fantastic in this movie. Fun fact, he also did some voice acting for Elder Scrolls Online, which is a game you and I used to play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I did not know he did
so
some.
long.
I have not played it in forever. Yeah, I did not know he did voice acting for it.
No,
That's cool to me.
Next
up,
I could see him just kind of the way he is. I don't know if politically is the right word, but just kind of as the way he talks about things like outside of acting or outside of his movies and shows and stuff. I could see him being blacklisted for being a communist. You know, I could see it happening.
Interesting fact about him: apparently, he does not give a single shit about aliens. When they interviewed him after making this movie, he's like, "Yeah, I have no interest in aliens or space. Like, there's so much crazy shit going on here on Earth. I don't really think it matters all that much." So yeah, does not give a fuck about aliens. John Cleese does.
I appreciate that.
Other people in the cast, we got two more that we'll talk about. John Hamm from Mad Men is here, as well as The Town, tons and tons of TV shows.
I was going to
Uh,
say, I remember
yeah.
him most from or at least the thing I love him most in was Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, where he was
Mhm.
that reverend or whatever, like this
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fake reverend. Ah.
Yeah. He's very funny in a lot of things. He's
Oh,
hilarious in Curb Your Enthusiasm. There's like a 2 episode arc where he's like studying to play Larry David in a biopic, and
oh,
he's just like
that's
committing all of Larry David's like eccentricisms to memory and starts doing them on his own, and it's very funny. I
that's
watched an
awesome.
interview. I watched an interview once where David Cross, and David Cross said the funniest man he's ever met in Hollywood was John Hamm.
Oh,
Like
that's
John Hamm is the funniest fucking guy in the world,
oh, I can see
and
it.
I could see it too. He seems like he's perfectly fine making fun of himself,
Oh yeah, well,
which are the
like,
best kind of funny people.
well,
Those are
yeah,
the best
that's what
kind of
he
people.
that's what he does in 30 Rock, where he is
Yeah.
Tina Fey's like, well, I don't know, like plays a boyfriend for a little bit, but he's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just keeps making fun of it, like he's just so good looking, he doesn't understand, you know, he just
I love that he plays the traditional like I'm just so fucking handsome I can be stupid as hell. Like, oh god. Do you know his first movie was fucking Space Cowboys?
no shit.
Yeah, that was his first movie. A young
Wow.
John Hamm was in Space Cowboys. That goddamn movie with a bunch of old fucking white fuckers.
I've never seen it. I know
Oh,
of it.
dude, that was my grandfather's one of his favorite movies. He
I
loved
believe
Clint Eastwood and
Yep.
fucking Tommy Lee Jones and everybody else that's in that goddamn movie.
it. Old assholes.
Oh Lord, old assholes. Yes. Well, Tommy Lee's probably not, but maybe.
He's kind of an asshole.
Is he?
Supposedly,
Yeah, well,
and I don't know how
I was
true
gonna say,
this.
well,
I don't know how true this story is.
where we come
because-
from, a lot of people have met him and have told
Yes.
me he's also an asshole. So.
Yes. Well, I was going to say this is a story I believe I was told, but I haven't heard this story in like well over 20 years. But apparently, either I was not there or I was very young, like to where I didn't remember this at all. They saw Tommy Lee Jones at like a polo thing. I don't know why the hell anybody in my family was watching polo, but
Something to do.
apparently he was playing polo and they watched him do that. And I was like, and I'm the more I think about it, I'm like, I really need to make sure that's a real story I've actually heard.
I mean, like, I know that, so, like, for listeners who aren't familiar, you and I both, you still live, but you and I at one point lived in West Texas, which is the middle of the armpit of Texas. There's fucking nothing out there. It's deserts for days. However, there are a large number of famous actors and celebrities and politicians that own large amounts of ranch land out in West Texas.
Yeah.
And they occasionally show up in the small towns around that area.
Mhm.
It's not unheard of to see like Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, Tommy Lee Jones, John Waters. I'm trying to think of some other people. George W. Bush.
Oh yeah.
A couple other famous celebrities and politicians live out have ranches out there. They may not be out there all year long,
No.
but you know, whenever they want to go be on their ranch or whatever, they do show up from time to time. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see Tommy Lee Jones being around town and making an ass of himself.
Yeah, probably. Now, and apparently that's not just, there's like Central Texas. Whenever I lived there, I think I've told this story. I met Shelley Duvall once. That was,
Nice.
that was cool. She was already kind of going crazy by that point. So, which is really sad, but,
Yeah. Well, last person that we'll talk about here on our list is Kyle Chandler, who, of course, was Friday Night Lights. Was also in a bunch of the Godzilla movies. Super 8 is my favorite thing he's been in. Also in Wolf of Wall Street. That's another one that he's kind of really well known for, where he plays the FBI detective that's after Leo.
Yeah.
He's good in a lot of things. He is okay in this. He, similarly to most of the other actors in this movie, he is horribly wasted. Just kind of doesn't really live up to his potential here.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of our cast. We have some other people that we could talk about for a second. We got James Hong. He shows up for a minute, as well as J.C. McKenzie. There's our connection to The Departed. J.C. McKenzie has been in a bunch of Martin Scorsese movies. He is the real estate agent in The Departed.
No, that's right.
That's J.C. McKenzie, where he's like, "Oh, so you have a cosigner? Oh, I understand. Just give me the fucking papers."
the the refrigerator has an alarm on it in case that's an issue. That's a joke, but not a very funny one. Like,
Yeah. That's J.C. McKenzie. There you
yeah,
go.
that's awesome.
So let's get into a little bit of the background here. This movie has a little bit of a storied history. Originally, when a new president of the studio was announced in 1980, the first thing they did was announce that they were going to remake The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Mm-hmm.
That was in 1980. That, of course, did not happen. 1993, Keanu Reeves gets really, really big, and that's when he kind of gets attached to this. But production doesn't really start until like 98, and then it kind of stalls and goes nowhere. And then reemerges in 2008 with the director who, once he kind of became big enough to have a little bit of a control over what he wanted to do studio-wise, this was his first choice. He always wanted to remake The Day the Earth Stood Still. Mostly because when he was in film school, one of his largest helps that he had, a visiting professor that came and helped him out, was Robert Wise, who was the guy who directed the first one.
Oh.
So this was kind of like a remake in the spirit of like, I've loved this movie and I want to redo it, but also like I had a really close connection to the guy that directed the first one, and I kind of, I want to kind of live up to my I guess, my mentor's kind of example. So
well, that's cool.
Doesn't quite hit that stride, I will say. The first one is infinitely better, but hey. Here we are going to see a heavy choice of blue and green. That is the colors that are used over and over and over again here in the movie.
We're post some Michael Bay stuff at this point, right? Because that's when that's his hallmark right there.
Yeah.
In fact, my dad was watching the first Transformers the other day, and I was like, "Oh, look at all the blue and orange! Look at it!"
So there are some obvious differences when we get to the movies. Like the first one is taking place right after the atomic bombs and is squarely focused on the nuclear age as being the thing. Here, it's not at all mentioned. Instead of nuclear or fascism or anything like that being the thing that the alien is coming to warn us about, instead it is environmentalism. The Earth being taken over by these changes to the climate and the environment. And this is largely influenced by Hurricane Katrina. As they were writing this movie, Hurricane Katrina happened. And so that's kind of where some of the inspiration from that came from. So kind of like the first one, where they got directly inspired to make a highly political movie after the atomic bombs. Here, we got directly inspired to make a highly political sci-fi movie after Hurricane Katrina.
Huh. It kind of lessens the impact a bit, I'm not going to lie.
So they went through 15 different drafts of the script to try to find one that they could get to it. And yeah, they kept going and kept trying to find different ones. It didn't quite land on one until finally getting the one that we see in front of us here, which would have some interesting little choices made. One of them is the director chose to do a little visual reference to Cloverfield. So the bridge that they are hiding under at the end of the movie, that's the exact same bridge, very noticeably so, that they hide under in Cloverfield. So kind of paying a little homage to one of his friends there. Yeah. Which is kind of fun. Yeah. And the other big change that we see, well, that's one, because Cloverfield takes place in New York. The first movie takes place in D.C. This movie obviously also takes place in New York. So we changed the location. We've changed the cast quite a bit, but we're also going to change how the movie reacts. So in the first one, the movie, everyone reacts to Earth's electricity being shut off for 30 minutes. That is the day the Earth stood still in that moment, right? Whenever electricity stops, everyone stops and stares and looks at everything. The Earth also stands still whenever he lands on Earth and whenever he leaves Earth, right? Right. Here, the Earth stands still whenever he shows up, and as well as the Earth stands still at the end of the movie whenever all electricity on the entire planet is turned off. Forever. So in the first one, it's only 30 minutes. In this one, humanity loses all electricity permanently. So in the first one, we kind of have like a little pre-apocalyptic scenario where we're kind of getting a warning from space, where it's like, fix your evil low-down ways or you're going to get fucked with. Here we have a way more of a pre-apocalypse. damn near a post-apocalypse,
I was about to
because
say.
we do have some large changes that take place during the course of the movie to Mother Earth itself. And that's pretty much it for the background. There really isn't a whole lot here. We'll talk a little bit more about some of the little trivia things as we go into the plot of the movie. Some fun things here and there. But that's it for the background. Let's talk about the Travis trivia.
Yeah.
Going back to 2008, a year we were just at a couple episodes ago with The Happening. So not that far off. Whereas The Happening was a summertime release, we are now in the winter of 2008. This movie came out on 12/12/2008, December 12th. I went and saw this in theaters with several people, as I mentioned in the last episode. So what I was doing this night in 2008, I was here watching this train wreck and leaving it thinking to myself, God, that was a horrible movie. But let's see if it's aged any better. Let's look at the music, though, to see if that's aged. This list is pretty much dominated by two artists. That tells you a little bit, and both of them are hip-hop artists.
Yeah.
One of them is a female that has persevered, and she is insanely popular. Maybe one of the most popular female artists in the world. The other hip-hop artist that's here is a male rapper from Atlanta that is still popular, but he hasn't really persevered as long as his contemporaries have.
Yeah.
And our number 5 slot is a pop icon who was just kind of getting started in 2008 and is even bigger now than she was then. Any number 5 song is about dancing. Does that help you at all?
Well, my instinct is to say Taylor Swift. I don't know if that's...
You're a little... I don't know if T-Swizzle was quite yet in the charts.
I feel like I'm a little early. Yeah.
Number 5 was Lady Gaga with Just Dance.
Oh, Just Dance. Oh,
yeah,
how
yeah.
embarrassing.
Which is funny that she would do a duet album with Tony Bennett.
That's
and
right.
The first movie, when it came out in theaters, Tony Bennett was in the charts. And this one, when it comes out in theaters, Lady Gaga's in the charts. That's just a weird little connection that I just noticed.
Today my earth stood still. Sorry. That's terrible.
All right. Number 2 and number 4 are the same artist, and number 1 and number 3 are the same artist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So number 2 and number 4 are, like I said, the male hip-hop star from Atlanta. Was really popular in the 2000s. Kind of leveled off now. Not super popular now, but was popular for a while.
Yeah, I'm going to just show that I don't know where anybody's from at all. I'm going to say 50 Cent?
No. 50's from New York. This is
is he
T.I.
from New York? See?
Yeah.
Oh, T.I.
T.I. with Live Your Life and Whatever You Like.
Oh, okay.
Songs that are early 2000s, mid 2000s staples.
Okay.
Live Your Life and Whatever You Like.
Yeah, that's probably would be a good idea for me to learn where people are actually from.
Number 1 and number 3 is a female hip-hop pop star. She also did country recently.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of everything. She's from Houston. Any guesses?
Yeah, I didn't know she was from Houston, but Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce. Yes.
Again,
and,
I don't know where anybody's from.
And Beyonce would have 2 big hits here. With number 3 in the charts was "If I Were a Boy," and the number 1 song in the country was "Single Ladies."
Yeah, I know both of those songs.
There you go. Some fantastic little mid 2000s choice cuts for us. All right.
Yep.
So we're gonna take a little break, and we'll come back and talk about the plot of "The Day the Earth Stood Still" from 2008. Welcome to the little middle section of the show, or a little break that we take before we go to talk about the plot of the movie. But we are going to talk about what we're going to watch next week. And next week we are going to go back to the 80s, the year, our decade of choice that we've hit again and again and again. This time we're going to go back to 1987, I think, maybe 1986. I'm not sure what year this came out, but we're going to look at the post-apocalyptic sports movie Terminus, starring Karen Allen and Jurgen Prochnow playing 3 different roles.
Oh, I'm more excited than ever now.
A movie that is reviewed as being I like this little sentence. It just says confusing and complicated. Yep, that's where we're going next week. So tune in for Terminus. I'll see y'all then. Welcome back to the show. Let's get into the plot of The Day the Earth Stood Still from 2008. And
Such as it is.
Such as it is. Immediately, we will start talking about some of the differences because we immediately start with a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
In this one, the alien is like an orb that can assume the human form, and it does so in the mountains with a hiking Keanu who sees it and just touches it and then passes out.
I gotta tell you,
now you're an
there's
alien.
nobody that takes me out of a period piece more than Keanu Reeves. Like, he just looks now. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I can't see him in the 20s. I can't see him, you know. He didn't even talk.
No, he doesn't talk at all. He's just in the mountains and he touches the thing and then that's it. And that's it. You know. Also, the alien ship is different. In this one, it's like a giant sphere that shows up, as opposed to in the first one, it's like an actual like traditional flying saucer.
This was all devoid of any tangible goodness.
Yeah, I have a firm belief that this is maybe Keanu Reeves' worst movie, and I have a hard time thinking of a movie that he's this bad in.
He has negative personality in this. Like,
intentionally so, I think. Like, I think that was his idea here. So anyway,
well, that's
the
thing. I think he was trying to capture what the first movie captured, but he didn't have no personality. He was specific.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So,
and this one was just like, how would an alien act? Cold and heartless, with zero human empathy. Got it. I will act that way. Okay, that may not be the best for the main character. So we cut to Jennifer Connelly, and she's doing a little lecture before we cut to a younger Jaden Smith who is playing WoW.
First of all, he's hitting way too many keys to be playing WoW, and
he is hitting
on
too many
laptop
keys.
with
He's
no
key. Playing a Ret Paladin. That's like a 3-button rotation max. Come on now.
I didn't look that close.
Yeah, he's playing a Ret Paladin.
Jennifer Connelly in that classroom, I couldn't separate it from the beginning of The Happening.
Oh, yeah. It does give you very, very similar. Same year as well.
Oh,
right?
I started off like, oh, okay. This is where we're going?
Yeah, this was a bad year for sci-fi.
Oh, yeah. Apparently.
So, Jennifer is the stepmother, but she's the stepmom who stepped up because the dad is dead.
Yeah.
And Jaden Smith is going to let us know his dad is dead. Every single scene he is in the movie. He will remind you of it. Every single time.
I don't like saying I hate kids.
Yeah.
But
you hate this one.
You
hate this one. And it's not even his fault. Like, his performance is like, he's not a very good actor, but that's fine. But like,
he was directed that way.
Yeah, I was going to say, his writing is one note. Every 15 seconds, remind them that your dad died.
He's
like,
hot
sorry,
dog
Mom,
guy.
I can't get still done playing WoW. We're about to raid, and Dad died. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, okay, Dad died. I get it. We get it. We fucking get it.
Oh God, this is probably better to save to the end. I should probably save this to the end. What I have to say about this kid.
Yeah, save it to the end. So we then get a creepy call, and they demand, someone knocks on the door and demands that she come with them. And this is another difference here. Like, in the first one, he finds the professor and tells him, like, hey, find the smartest men in the world. And this one, as soon as the alien kind of is spotted, they recruit all of these people who are the smartest people in the world to come together. And, I
guess that's something the government might do.
I don't know. This is a thing where they had actual scientists review the script, which is funny. And the scientists that reviewed it said that, like, this part was really poorly written and they had to fix a lot of it because they were like, scientists wouldn't speak to each other like, oh, it's the 1/4 of a geometrical second off of its elliptical path, and that's very interesting. It's like, no, they would just say, there's a giant fucking thing headed towards us, and if we don't do something, it's going to kill us. And the other thing they changed was they originally had them all the scientists referring to each other by their last name. So they would keep calling her Benson. And also, the scientists that reviewed the script were like, yeah, we wouldn't do that either. We would just call each other by their first names.
That
like
makes sense.
anybody else. Like it's a job, just like any other
Yeah,
job.
they're just people.
Yeah,
They're
you're
not-
not like, yeah. So I thought that was interesting that there is some layer of authenticity to that.
Okay.
Whether or not the government would round all these scientists up, probably not. I mean, shit, they would probably don't want as many outside sources to know about this as possible.
I was about to say, surely they'd have people on staff that they're
Yeah,
like,
they'd have some silent
yeah,
sources.
people
they
that
could,
already have clearance and everything.
Mhm.
Surely, like NSA would have lots.
Yeah.
So.
So this is also where we find out that John Hamm is in this movie, and he's
Yeah.
maybe the most interesting part of this movie.
Yeah.
Kind of taking on the Tom role from the first one, but a little bit different. Whereas Tom in the first one is kind of the guy that she's dating that's kind of a dick who's gonna kind of rat on Klaatu and let everyone know that where he's at. And this one, John Hamm is actually kind of like a helpful dude.
Yeah.
Maybe the most charismatic and helpful person in this entire fucking movie.
Yep.
And what does he get for it? He gets killed.
Just
So,
a kind of
I was
unceremoniously.
going to
Kind
say
of
the
like
most
just,
unceremonious death one could imagine. Just he flips his car and he just dies.
and
There's
he's
no.
just- I was like,
He's just
oh,
dead. He's just
what?
down. There's no like, oh, he gets his head. No gory,
Yeah.
nothing. Just
No,
just
yeah,
dead.
nothing.
Just dead.
Just he's the one
Just
that didn't
dead.
make it.
Yeah. So he is the reason she is contacted, because when all this is put together, he's the guy putting all these things together.
Mm-hmm.
They have a relationship, and he's kind of like, you're the first person I thought of. So there's the plot kind of letting us know what's happening. And so
Yeah.
all of these scientists are
Already, I feel like there's just too much going on.
there's a lot
comparatively.
going on at the beginning. Yeah, definitely. At the beginning of the other one, we definitely let it breathe. And this one, it's all just kind of like, let's jam a lot of shit at the beginning of it.
Yeah, see,
And-
the other movie, it didn't have a lot. You know, it was like,
No.
it's simple.
Yeah.
Here's the idea, and you go with it.
Yeah, the
Now,
other
this
one was
is
like,
we're gonna drag you along,
yeah.
kicking and screaming. You know,
Yes. The other one was like, oh, the aliens land, and it's like, well, naturally, the news and everyone in the world would react to that, and so here's
Yeah.
people's reactions as this happens, and then we're going to cut to the alien speaking to people for the
Yep.
first time. In this one,
I
it's
think-
like we start with explaining how Keanu is an alien, yet looks like a
Yeah.
human in a very contrived way. Okay, got it.
a way that I was not interested in.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
not,
care.
Yeah, I've completely forgotten about that contrived way. I honestly thought it was the same as the first one, which is just like, we studied your people, and I'm able to adapt my form to look like this.
But he
Simple.
has to be
Cool.
born on Earth now. Like,
Yes.
was that going to happen if he hadn't gotten shot? Like, what was going to happen? Like, was he going to have to go to the hospital anyway to have his placenta body removed? That was awful, by the way. That part.
Yeah, the placenta body thing is coming up here in just a minute. So,
we kind of. I did skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to the placenta.
That's the part
Oh,
I'm
no, that's
disliking.
fine. I was going to
is-
say, so the only thing that
It's
really
just
happens.
so much crammed in. We haven't even gotten to him landing yet.
No, he hasn't even landed yet. So
The first
all
movie,
of the scientists
yeah,
are,
see, the
are
first
going
movie
to
just
go
gets
to the
right to
site.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, so all
like,
the
that's-
scientists are
and I
going to
think that's
go.
why. I think
Okay.
I'm just going to stick with that. Like the first movie just holds your hand and carries you along. This one drags you kicking and screaming. Like, you're going to hear about this shit whether you like it or not.
Come
know?
here, you little fucker.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. I
yeah.
feel like we're what's his name in Clockwork Orange, like having our eyes held open.
Yes,
Anyway,
that's
sorry.
a good.
I'm-
I like that. I
I'm
like that
belaboring
description.
the point here, but
So yeah, all the scientists are going to go to the site where the alien is landed, and they're going to go meet him for the first time. And this plays out very similarly to it does in the first one, in
Yeah.
that he lands, he gets shot. Except now, when he gets shot, they take him into the hospital and start doing experiments on him, and they start to see. This is where you were talking about, like his outer
Yeah.
shell is
Yeah.
like peeling back, like he's having a baby, like he's birthing Keanu.
yeah,
And so Keanu is birthed from this baby womb thing.
and this wasn't necessary. This was weird.
I think that it was just like the director's excuse to be like, I do horror movies. Here's a horror movie thing.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
just
it
going
was
to make
definitely body
gore.
horror.
Yeah, there's some body horror in here. But otherwise, yeah, like you said, it serves no real purpose other than just wasting time, because all it does is it's like, oh, well, we cut to him birthing Keanu. Oh, there's Keanu. Okay. I'm sure
Oh,
that cost a shitload of money in CGI.
I bet it did. This movie is just like, oh god, it just abuses CGI. Like,
Yeah, it does indeed. It does indeed do that. So this is when Kathy Bates shows up,
yeah.
and she says she's the eyes and ears and arms of the president.
Which, what?
Yeah, so she's going to stand in for kind of like the guy in the first one who's kind of barely in the movie.
Yeah.
Kathy Bates has a much larger role to play in this movie.
Well, she's Kathy Bates. You gotta give
She
her.
does. Yeah. So that's another difference that we get here is that she's playing a similar role to the first one, the representative from the government. But in the first one, that role is very, very minuscule, and in this one, it is a much, much, much larger character. And she's kind of like the main antagonist in this movie, as we kind of find out. She does pretty well, honestly. Like she plays kind of a reluctant antagonist pretty well, as she's kind of following orders, so to say.
I liked her portrayal on this. I like her character, her acting, and everything. I like what she's doing. So it makes sense. She's a bureaucrat down to the bone. Like she follows. She's got orders. She will follow them. You can't really deviate too much outside of that. I get it. Your character makes sense.
They're going to interrogate Keanu, but to do so, they first want to drug him. Yeah. And for some reason, plot contrivance, they give Jennifer Connelly's character the job to do this. Yeah. And she, of course, decides not to in a spectacularly public way.
What is she, like a space biologist or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, something like that.
Astrobiologist? Like, is that even a thing? I didn't even look it up, but...
She does an unspecified science job.
There you go. But she's an astrobiologist so that she can work on aliens, because that's what that job would be. Like, come on.
Yeah. So as this is happening, drones are kind of circling the Rubit and are getting ready to attack him.
No, yep.
And he's getting interrogated, and this kind of goes about as well as you can expect. In the last one, they try to lock him up, and he escapes pretty simply. And this one, they try to interrogate him with drugs and this, like, really kind of silly, stupid, like, little speech he does where it was never your planet. Okay. Whose planet is it? Is it y'all's?
Yeah, right.
Who the fuck are you? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Do you have a deed? Like, what do we...
Do you have a deed? Can we take a second mortgage out on this planet? Is there, like, any kind of sort of payday loan maybe we can do? Something like that?
Really? Like, I mean, how backed up are we on payments here? Like,
Talking 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? Where are we at? Let's work together.
And can we get the plumbing worked on? Like, what do we got to do?
Yeah, exactly, right. So Keanu escapes with Jennifer because reasons. Yep. And this is where we get to learn more about the backstory as he, for some reason, has her take him to a diner where he meets up with James Hong, who does a one-shot cameo, which is the best part of this movie.
I was going to say, I enjoyed the shit out of it.
James Hong is also part of this alien race that has lived here for a very long time. And Keanu is doing give me your report. And James Hong's report is well, they're pieces of shit who are never going to change. But for some reason, I don't know, they got moxie. I just like them. And that's it. He doesn't really have any good explanation. Keanu's all right, well, we're going to kill everyone. And he's like, good, I'm going to stay here then. And he's just well, why? And he's like, because I like them. Like, okay, cool.
You can like them and also, live without them. I mean, there's lots of things I live without.
Well, he does a really shitty speech explaining why he loves humans. We're contradictions, and yet we're beautiful, and we're this and we're that. But that's the thing. That's the problem I have with this movie is it has a lot of heavy themes, but none of them are fucking earned. None of the big pathos that this movie puts forth are really justified. Nothing in this movie is earned. Nothing.
Nope. Oh, I have this is what I'm holding on to for the end with that kid. This is kind of part of my opinion on that.
Oh God! So she drives him out to the forest where he's going to do some shit with these spheres that rise up, and I guess this is where he's going to start setting forth the apocalypse, right? Which
Yeah.
is different in the first movie. In the first movie, we're left with a choice. Humanity has an option. You can either fix the way you've been behaving, or destruction awaits you. You know, and then
Yeah,
it's
like
kind of the movie
if you
leaves it open
continue
with what
to
do you want to
pose a
do.
threat, yeah, like
This
it's
one does
and
not
I'm
give us that choice. This one instead flips it, and it says from like the middle point of the movie, like, well, they suck, let's kill them all. And so
yeah,
Keanu starts it, and then at the end of the movie, they're like, well, wait a minute now. Maybe they're not so shitty.
it's,
Eh.
I mean,
You know, once you got the gas pedal down, you might as well go, you know?
yeah, really, like, and also, I'm just gonna put this out there. What were they expecting to do with him if they were having him kickstart this whole thing? Like,
I don't know.
I mean,
I guess he was just a soldier who was going to die. I guess. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. Like in
So-
the first movie or in the original movie, he's a messenger, and this one he
Yeah.
just is straight up carrying it out.
Yeah, he's basically he goes out to the woods and starts summoning these spheres to like
Yeah,
basically take care of things, you know.
yeah, and I guess he's like, I don't know, like all the animals are going in there and stuff, and like that's
So the cops show up, and this is where the kind of similar to the first movie where the police are after him, but in the first one they make it known to the nation that he is out, and they're looking for him. In this one, the Kathy tries to keep it as undercover as possible. Like
Yeah,
nobody
like,
knows he's
just say he's a criminal.
missing. Yeah, he's a criminal. We're just looking for him. Yeah.
yeah.
And this is where we get to the professor, which is similar to the first one. He runs into the smartest man in the world, the professor. But
And
go
I
ahead.
like this part.
Yeah, this part's good. John Cleese is really good as again against type here, where
Yeah.
he's not playing like a traditional comedic character. He's playing
No.
a more straight man, but he does
Yeah.
it with a little bit of comedic timing, though, especially as he like kind of walks up silently and they start doing math together. I thought that's the best part of the entire movie.
Absolutely,
This
100%.
is the best part of the entire movie.
I thought we would agree on that. So
Yeah. So he talks to the professor and tells him basically like, you know, this is what's
You're
going to
fucked,
happen. You're fucked, bro. And you know, this is what
I
it
would
is.
say John Cleese makes a lot of really good or his character makes a lot of really good points here about like, you know, there's or what is it, a crisis point, and
Yeah, there's
you
like
know,
a tipping point where
yeah,
humanity can
yeah.
make a change. Yeah, this is similar to the speech we get from the professor in the other one,
Mhm.
but a little different here because this is a little bit, you know, a different situation.
Right.
Where he's like, we can change, basically. He's basically pleading with Keanu, like, we can change. Don't kill us all. You know,
Yeah,
we're capable
yeah,
of
he's like,
change.
don't-
We've
you
done
were
it
given a
before. We can do
chance.
it again.
You know, yeah. So like, you know, I mean, granted, boy, does that speech not hit the same in 2025, but whatever, you know.
Yeah,
We've-
right. It does. Yeah.
We
So-
fucked all of that up. We're like, just go ahead and kill us now.
Exactly, right?
We're done.
Exactly. This is where Jaden proves to be a little rat bastard because
He's a
what
little shit.
he's calls the cops basically and lets them know where Keanu is at, which does nothing but result in his mom being taken and him like crying like a little kid and being like, "Can you help me get home?" No.
Yeah.
Fuck you, kid. You done fucked around and found out. Your ass is staying
Yeah.
here in the goddamn woods. Hope you like getting fucking bit by goddamn
Yeah.
fucking ticks. You
Right?
fucking
It's like,
asshole.
oh no, the consequences of your actions. Oh no.
This does not go well, and this is really where Jaden Smith's performance begins to really grate on you. Because
Oh, yes.
he is a very one note. My dad died. You're not like my dad. Yeah, no shit. He's a fucking alien. He is an alien. This what did you expect here, kid? Like
really.
it's just the stupidest shit in the world.
Oh yeah, no. It's,
And so we're left with just bad Jaden Smith's performance and bad Keanu Reeves, who's just either phoning it in and not trying, which I don't think is Keanu's style. He doesn't usually just phone it in. So I think this is an active choice he made to be like as dry and as boring as possible.
oh god, and
It
succeeds.
kills this movie from this point
Oh,
forward.
absolutely.
Like up to this point, it's not good, but it's at least moving along. And then this happens, and it's just like, oh my god! Now we have them separated, and I have to have Keanu and Jaden alone, and oh
Uh,
Jesus Christ, kill me now,
See, like
please, kill me.
the original movie with Klaatu and the kid Bobby,
Yeah.
those were they had interesting things to say to each other. He was teaching him things, like there was,
Yes.
and they
Yeah.
were teaching each other shit. Like it was interesting. They had a dynamic going.
Yeah, it was
There was
interesting.
some kind of chemistry.
There was some
But
level of chemistry there. Much better performances than what we get
oh
here.
god, yeah.
Yeah.
This
This is awful.
ugh.
It's really, really bad. This,
It
and I'll
really
get to my feelings at the end of this here in just a minute. So, Jennifer is told that she needs to plead with him for some reason, and yet y'all took her from him. That made no sense other than just to like raise the stakes in the plot and have some kind of explanation as to why Keanu was not near her the entire time, because otherwise it serves no purpose at all. Other than to remind us that Kyle Chandler is in this movie, because he's also here.
Oh yeah.
They kind of split the Tom role from the first one and kind of gave John Hamm like the good qualities and gave the dickish qualities to Kyle Chandler, because he's the
That's
guy
fair.
like leading the assault on the robot with these drones. They've built like this entrapment around the robot so they can like study him. And Kyle Chandler is the one leading that, and we only get like cuts to this happening every now and then.
Yeah.
And Kathy Bates like checking in on them as he's just like, keep doing it, keep working, we got to keep working. So yeah, this part though, he does get his comeuppance because they send a guy in to mess with the robot, who then there's this like fog that starts coming out. This becomes important later.
Yep.
And it starts eating away at his suit, and so he wants out, and Kyle Chandler's like, no one gets out. So he dies.
Yep.
And then, of course, shortly thereafter, like within seconds, the fog spreads to the room Kyle Chandler's in, and then he tries to get out, and they're like, the other guy's like, no one gets out. And then everyone dies. And then Kyle Chandler's no longer in this movie.
Yep.
Hopefully he got paid well, because he did nothing.
No.
This is not. He did nothing in this
I'm
fucking
actually
movie.
curious about that.
He did nothing in this fucking
to
movie.
see, like, but man, no.
So-
He's definitely a forgettable role.
Yeah, he does
for
nothing.
me.
He does nothing at all. He literally just stands there. They took the Tom character from the first one and broke it into two different characters
That's
for no real reason.
that's
And neither
no
one of
real
them are
reason.
really all that important to the movie. At least John Hamm is charismatic. He's got
Yeah.
that going for him.
Absolutely.
So there's this metal-eating cloud, and it's coming around and destroying the world. And this is basically the end times, as Keanu and Jaden are on the road, and this is where Keanu and Jaden learn more about Jaden's dead dad and what was his dad like. If my dad was, he would have been like this. My dad would have saved us. Well, your dad's dead, so he can't. Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's the thing that keeps happening is every single time he will find a way, and then in the one moment you think he's not going to, when they need to meet up with mom, where does the fucking kid choose to have the mom meet them at? His dad's gravesite. And why are they there? Because he's seen him he's seen him
cop.
Yeah, he's seen him help the cop with getting shot. So he's like, clearly you can resurrect my dad who's been dead for God knows how many years.
Yeah. No
and
idea.
unfortunately, Keanu's like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry.
And then he starts crying. He's just like, get away from me. And then his mom shows up, and he starts crying at his mom. And then, God, the movie is getting towards the end of it because this giant ball is coming. And then this is the part that really pisses me off, because they start to plead with Keanu to save us, save the world from this giant killing cloud of whatever the fuck it is. And he's just like, I don't know if I can, but I'll try. People deserve a second chance. You've shown me that. You've changed. Also, one of the little bugs gets in Jaden and he can't breathe now, so he starts coughing up blood. And Keanu sucks the little nanobites, whatever the fuck they are.
This is when they're under that overpass. Because those
they're under the
nanobots
underpass, the Cloverfield
can't
underpass.
Go over underpasses.
Apparently they can't go under there, but he's like, we only have a few minutes before they're here. And so they plead with Keanu, and he decides to try to help them. And at the same time this is happening, is Kathy is trying to reason with the president to not just to try to nuke the alien cloud, because like what the fuck is that going to do to it? And that doesn't work because apparently the president's like, yeah, we're going to fucking nuke the cloud.
We're going to put a nuke in the hurricane. I almost did the voice.
Oh, God. So now John Hamm shows up to help them get to the other side. Yeah. And this is when he gets into the car wreck and he dies.
Well, because I guess that was the military action that they were doing.
Yes.
Was just targeting.
They start shooting at like where the orb was, the sphere. And they happen to be driving through it at the time it happens, and yeah, John.
And in an accident that would kill everybody in the car.
You would assume it would kill everybody. It only kills the one character who's not all that important for the end of it.
Yeah,
he's dead. Everyone else is just fine.
Yeah.
So now Keanu needs to get to the sphere.
A throwaway kill.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, so Keanu needs to get to the sphere, and this is when he does that corny speech about, like, everyone deserves a second chance. And so he sacrifices himself by walking into the sphere, and he touches it before it evaporates, and he saves the planet. And Sort of, yeah. Except now the new arrangement is that once he does this, because you'll notice that the Earth has not stood still yet. Well, now we are.
Oh, yeah.
Because all the electricity on the planet is going to be turned off forever. And we know this because we see cuts around the world as people are stuck in traffic and the lights don't work. And Kathy Bates keeps touching her watch and that doesn't work.
Yep.
And everyone around them is starting to take note of nature and just looking around like, God, it's beautiful. We don't need air.
Well, it's not going to be beautiful for long because the animals are gone.
I was going to say
they're all going to.
There's going to be a lot of people dying very, very quickly without any electricity to fix a lot of the things that we have.
I mean,
yeah,
that's the one thing I thought of at the end. I was like, "What?
God,
this is just like a slower death. Like this is worse."
Yeah. So my big thing at the end here is. This is where I so Keanu sacrifices himself because he has realized through the course of his interactions with these like 5 humans that humans are capable of change. I have issue with that because in the course of this movie, Jennifer Connelly's character starts off as a good person. She steps up to be the mother for this fucking Jaden Smith asshole kid. Starts off the movie as a good person, ends the movie as a good person, right?
Yep.
Nothing there. Kathy Bates starts the movie very neutral, just following orders, ends the movie very neutral, just following orders. Jaden Smith starts the movie as 100%. An asshole shithead who only reminds people of his dad being dead, ends the movie as an asshole shithead who only reminds people of his dad being dead. Because he did it like right before all this stuff happened. Like it's not like he's changed much.
That's right.
Oh God.
Well, I was going to say
Kyle Chandler starts
there's one. Oh.
There's one character who changes at the course of the movie.
Oh.
No, go ahead. I was going to say, Kyle Chandler is an asshole, stays an asshole. Like, no one changes. So, like, all the people that he's like, oh, I've seen the error of humanity can change. No, we fucking can't. Clearly, we can't. You've made that very clear here.
Now, here's the thing that bugged me about Jaden's character. He is the only one given the opportunity of a character arc in this entire movie.
Yeah.
And even that's really weak. But he's the only one because he's calling her Helen the whole time. And then whenever he's dying, he's like, Mom, you know?
Yes. That is the only character arc that happens. Is he stops being an asshole for just a minute.
When he's going to die.
That kid's going to be once that kid knows that he can't log on to WoW and finish his fucking raid and get his Shadow Mord, he's going to be a fucking asshole again. Like, a kid is not oh my God, I hated Jaden Smith in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a fucking little shithead of a child.
It was exhausting.
He's an entitled little brat of a kid, and he's the main character for most of the movie, because Keanu is doing nothing. So either Jaden is just a bad actor, or Keanu is giving him fucking nothing to go off of.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like nothing.
It's like they're both carrying a couch, and Keanu's barely holding on to it, so Jaden's having to carry the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like if you had 2 wooden planks acting in a movie together. Like, how could we do that, right? Let's just put that
God.
together, and then that's the movie. 2 wooden planks save the world. There we go.
Ugh.
I thoughts about the movie and takeaways into our own personal apocalypse. Personal apocalypse for
God.
me. This movie is my personal apocalypse. I hate this fucking
for
movie.
real.
I hated it when I first saw it in theaters. I have recanted this story a couple of times now, but when I left the theater that evening, I remember saying the CGI robot gave a better performance than Keanu Reeves, and I maintain that some odd years later that the CGI robot who doesn't say or do anything in the movie gave a better performance than Keanu Reeves, because he is awful in this movie. Jaden Smith is awful in this movie. I don't know if it's Jaden Smith's fault, if it's Keanu Reeves' fault, if it's the script's fault. It's someone's fault, goddammit, but it is a bad movie. Maybe one of the worst remakes ever. And just a remake that we didn't fucking need. The first one, I'm not going to say is like perfect, but as for like a 50s sci-fi movie, it has stood up to the test of time very, very well. It's a well-made movie. It's paced super fast. It moves along wonderfully. The performances are great. Like there's Robert Wise's Day the Earth Stood Still. Leave it alone. This movie, I did not, and I don't think there's any reason to be misguided about why when this movie came out on Blu-ray, they had to package the 1951 movie with it to get people to buy it, because I don't think anyone would buy this piece of shit. If you want to look at like cost versus output, like we know we've watched a lot of bad movies and doing this show, and a lot of the bad movies we've watched though were like $5,000, $2 million, very, very small budgets. This movie had a lot of money, a lot of actors, a lot of time, a lot of effort went into this, and in spite of all of that, nothing is good about this movie. I cannot. John Cleese is in it for like 2 minutes. He's the best part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was shit. Go ahead. What do you got?
So here's what I'll say: just comparing it to the original movie. The original movie, like you said, it's paced well, it's acted well, it's it's one of those movies I didn't like. It didn't feel like I was just sitting there waiting for the movie to finish or something. I was enjoying it the whole time, and I was engaged. I appreciated it the whole way through, and it felt almost like it was shorter than it really was.
Yeah.
This movie, though, I had to break it up again. Another movie I had to watch in like 2 parts, because I just couldn't get through it. It was exhausting me. Like, it was just like, it was asking so much of me. And it was just trying to cram so much in there. Like I said, the analogy I put was like, the first one holds your hand, gently carries you along. This one just drags you kicking and screaming. It's daring you to watch this movie, it's unfair. But no, and it's got these great actors in it, but I don't feel like they're used to their full potential. Like Jennifer Connelly does a good job, but I mean, what's she going up against? Like, what does she have? Kathy Bates, what does she have to go up against? John Hamm. I mean, these are good actors. Kyle Chandler, these are good actors, but they're just not given a lot. Keanu's there,
He showed up. He got a paycheck.
He showed up, and so like, and the best actors in the movie are, I think, the best performances in the movie are like not even highlighted. Like, they're not the main performances that we're forced to watch.
Yeah.
So
like you said, Kyle Chandler is barely in the movie. John Hamm barely in the movie. John Cleese barely in the movie. James Hong barely in the movie. The only one in this movie who's actually trying is Jennifer Connelly. And man, she does a lot of heavy lifting for the first part of it, but as soon as she exits the movie and we're left with just Keanu and Jaden, the movie falls down a cliff very, very fast. And it can never,
the support system. Falls.
It's never able to pull itself back up after that part of the movie. The movie just falls apart right there.
Yep.
And it's a very, very bad movie. Very, very bad.
It's bad when like the first half is like, I can handle, I can keep watching. It's the back half of the movie I struggled through so bad.
Yeah, like I was going to say, like, of the movies we've watched, like, Your is a so bad it's good. Rollerblade, I would say, is so bad it's good.
Yeah.
The Swarm, you could even say so bad it's good at parts.
Oh, I think it's got parts.
It's just so it's the Swarm is just it's very very long.
Yeah.
This movie, there's no so bad it's good. At its best, it's boring, and at its worst, it's just upsetting because it's like this is just a waste of a lot of people's time. You could have done something a lot better here, and you really, really dropped the ball. And it's just kind of like you said, just a little unfortunate and a little upsetting, honestly, because it's just like this is.
It is.
It's almost like T-ball. Like the previous movie sets up very easily to make a decent movie out of it, and this one just was like, let's change almost everything, and then just kind of like clumsily find our way to an exit. Because we wrote ourselves into a hole where it's like, well, you know what? Actually, this world does kind of deserve to die. Like, why does Keanu want to save us? There's been nothing. No one changes in this movie, in spite of the movie saying that it does. So, it's a terrible fucking movie. If you've never seen it, you're doing yourself a favor. Hopefully, our description will save you whatever long this movie is, 2 hours, whatever the fuck it is. Better sci-fi you can find anywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Anywhere.
Just watch the original. It's
watch the original.
It's really good. Yeah. I mean, it's not the best sci-fi I've ever seen, but it's leagues ahead of this.
Yes, definitely. Well, we end the show, and next week we will be back to talk about Terminus from 1987, a movie starring Jürgen Prochnow and Karen Allen, as well as the French Elvis Presley. So that's fun. Come back next week for that. See you guys later.
Take it easy.
Hot damn, college boy. Thank you so much for listening. Every single week we come back with a new movie about the end of the world, or a movie about the beginning of the end of the world, or what happens after the end of the world, or maybe one day we just decide to watch Showgirls. Who knows? Right, but every week we are coming back, and thank you so much for stopping in this week and listening to the whole episode and hearing our thoughts on whatever train wreck of a movie I chose to force my friend to watch this week. I'm a good person like that. And thank you for also being a good person. There you go. If you want to be a really, really fucking cool person, which you obviously are, why don't you give us a like, and actually, more importantly, give us a subscribe. I find that to be more important. I don't know if the algorithm says it is. I don't really give a shit. But thank you for your patronage either way, and clicking all the things and doing all the stuff. Bye. Thanks.